I am going to try this again because this keeps breaking and it's doing my head in. So, I've filmed this once before, like the first time I filmed it and it broke. So, let's begin. So this is day 3. It's actually day 4, but I was out with friends, so this is kind of a late vlog, but it's still day 3, let's just say. But yeah, so I've got my wee list here. Lists are the answers. But yeah, so first on my list is what I had to eat. So I was working yesterday, and I started at 5 o'clock in the morning. And when you go in so early, you can't really eat very much. So I had a cup of tea, and a banana, and that's what I had. It filled me up enough to not want food as fast as I usually do. Usually I just don't eat anything in the morning, but having a banana in my stomach, it kind of just, I don't know, gave me some energy, I guess. And then I had my break about 10:30, and I brought out my Miller Lite, my no added sugar jelly, my little pot of, like, it's a snack pot of baked beans, best thing ever. I just ate it from the tub, like a classy person that I am. And I had a wee baggie of tomatoes that I made myself up. Now in work, they just put loads of sweets to keep us nice and happy up the stairs, and there was these little it's like shortbread things, I think, or like little brownie things. I chose not to look at them, so I'm not entirely sure which one would they were, but I just slid them to the top of the table, sat down with my baked beans, and I was happy, just out of sight. I didn't want them. That would have been like 20 cents a piece for all I know. um so yeah, and then usually at like my break time I would have like 2 slices of toast and jam and some butter and a cup of tea, and that would be me. So I would obviously get hungry fast. So when I went home, I'd be starving, and I would just gorge myself on anything I could find, which was usually like crisps or sweets, biscuits, things like that, that just easy to pick at. Um, but because I had like so much food, I wouldn't say it's a lot of food, but it was enough to not be hungry when I went home at 1 o'clock to want a load of food after that. So that was me. I was happy. And when I did get hungry, which is probably about an hour after I get in, so it was like 2, 3 o'clock, I sat down and I made myself a little plate with some lean ham, some pickled onions. Oh, I'm in love with pickled onions. I could eat a whole jar of it. I know, I'm a bit of a weirdo, but they're so good. And some Santini tomatoes. Santini tomatoes are the bee's knees. Don't know if I've mentioned this before, but Santini tomatoes from Marks and Spencer's. If you are on a diet and you really like sweet things, and you're a fan of tomatoes, get Santini tomatoes. I can't remember how much they are. They're like £2 a packet. They are quite expensive, I guess, but they're like these little. They're almost like cherry tomatoes, but they're like long, like rugby ball shaped. And they're nice and sweet and juicy. Oh, see if you sat and ate a whole pack of that instead of having a chocolate bar, that would be so much healthier. Um, and they're free on Slimming because they're a vegetable, or are they a fruit? Who knows? But yeah, so Santini tomatoes, amazing. And then before I had this, Andy really wanted a hot pot, so we'd got like beef and stuff like that in the house. So we flung beef in like the metal part of a hot pot, put it on the stove, um, sealed the beef, put it into the slow cooker bit, and Andy just chucked in, I think he chucked in carrots, parsnips, and sweet potatoes. And then we put a chicken stock cube. I couldn't find a beef one. We have a tub of stock cubes in the cupboard, and they've gone missing. We have a vase somewhere in the house, and it's gone missing as well. I don't know where it's gone. Somebody has stolen my vase, or vase, whatever you want to say, and my stock cubes. I don't know what their purpose is, but they're gone somewhere. But anyway, sticking chicken stock cube, and some hot water to bring it so that like all the vegetables are covered by water, and then you just put it on, well, chopped tomatoes as well. You put it on, we put it on a high setting for about 3 hours, and then a medium or low setting for 2 hours, I think it was. So by about 7 o'clock, I guess it was a casserole, not a hot pot. It was ready to go, and it looked like a lot of food, and it was like hearty food. It was like parsnips and things that you would be absolutely stuffed to the brim if you had a lot of. And they had thirds. I was happy with just one portion. Um, it was so good, and it was so easy to make. Like, that's what I'm enjoying, cooking from scratch. Um, like, I don't know, like, bunging something in the microwave, you don't get any satisfaction from that, and you just eat it and that's it, finished. But see if you cook something from scratch and you sit down and eat that, and somebody says, oh my god, this is amazing, you get so much more satisfaction from doing that, and it's so much healthier because you know exactly what is going into that. You know there's beef, you know there's parsnip, you know there's a stock cube in there and chopped tomatoes. But if you were to buy that from the supermarket, you could read on the back of it, but I don't know about you guys, but I don't read what's in things all the time. And for all you know, there's sugar to the brim to make it really addictive, which I think a lot of places do that. They add lots of sugar to make it sweet. I know that like a lot of people make like spaghetti bolognese and they add sugar to it to bring the tomato flavour out. I don't need what? No. Why would you put sugar in your spaghetti bolognese? Why? But anyway, so you know exactly what's going in, and I enjoy cooking. Like, I know a lot of people say I can't cook. Learn. It's not that hard. You get a frying pan, you bang some meat on it, you flip it. There you go, a steak. Happy as Larry. But anyway, so that was my dinner, and then after dinner, because I knew we were going to friends, um, I had a crisp bread with some light Philadelphia cheese on it. I think one crisp bread is 1 cent, and I had 5 of them. And that was me, and I had a pack of Snack Jacks, which is 5.5 cents. So all in all, I think with that it would be, so that's 10.5. I think I had 11 cents altogether, and then I had some tomato sauce, which is um, I'm not sure. I can't remember how many cents I added to that. Because tomato sauce for one, I can't remember, but there was some sins in that because obviously I think there's sugar in it, and it's not a food that would sustain you. So in Slim and Rod they would count it as sins so that it kind of makes you put off having it. Anyway, but yeah, so I had that, and then we went to my friend's house, and they were all having alcohol. Now I'm not that bothered about alcohol. It's not something that um I feel the need to have. Like, if somebody's drinking next to me, I'm not that bothered about the drink. I'm bothered about them getting really drunk and annoying while you're sitting there sober. But I'm not bothered about what they're putting into their body, because I don't see the point on it. Like, people drink a lot. They go on nights out, they drink a lot, they puke for fun. It is literally for fun. Like, I'll have like a drink with friends, but I don't feel the need to have the drink. Like, I could quite happily sit there if it was like a casual drink where they're not going to get pissed out their faces. Um, I'd be quite happy just sitting there. So I just sat there with some Pepsi Max Cherry. So it's sugar free. It's literally just sweeteners, which I guess sweeteners aren't very bad. Like, they're not very good for you, but it's better than having, I don't know, full sugar drink. But Pepsi Max cherries are really good, so I just had some cans of that. I think I had 3 cans. I've still got some in the fridge, and it's amazing. And they're also free on Slim World. I don't understand why. Like, they encourage you to have diet drinks, surely. But anyway, um, but yeah. So that was me. And then the thing that got me though was when she brought out the cheese board. Now this cheese board was amazing. I think there was like 6 different types of cheese on it, and she brought out crackers, and there was like salami, and the smell of it, oh my god, it was so good. And I was just sitting there watching like 7 people crowd round here and get slices of cheese. Oh, it was torture. But luckily she had brought out some Philadelphia light cheese, and I still had some allowance of my healthy extra A. So I decided I was just gonna have one cracker. Now I still have to find out what one cracker, like one I think it was a whole grain cracker. What one whole grain cracker sin wise actually is. Um, but I only had one and I had it with some cheese. So it's better than a chocolate bar, it's better than cake. Life choices, Nikki. You'll be fine. So what have I learned from day 3? I love water. Drinking Pepsi Max is nice when you're sitting with friends, but I would have been just as happy with water. Like, usually I have diluting juice all of the time, but I've just been having a lot of water recently, and it's delicious. I live in Scotland, so it's like very pure water, and it's amazing. I never thought I'd say that in the light of day again, but it's amazing. I love tomatoes, which I said, Santini tomatoes, bee's knees, and I love cooking from scratch. So let's see what day 4 um, happens and what happens in day 4. Let's see what it brings us and what I learn about myself and eating healthy. See you. Well, I guess it's tonight. Seems this is a bit late. See you tonight. Bye.